Hi, and welcome to Computer Science Summer Edition. For those of you who are very new to programming, just be wary that this is going to be a very fast-paced class. It is designed to be 18 weeks, but during the summer it's only taught in 6 weeks. All the same content and everything else you need to prepare to move on to Computer Science 2 or whatever your requirements are taking you in the class. 6 weeks is a short class. There is no time to wait. You can't procrastinate even a little bit. 1 week is 3 weeks worth of work, at least. If you're really unfamiliar with computer science or programming, I recommend that you don't take this class in the short version and sign up for it in the fall, where you could have a little bit more time to grasp the concepts. Primarily, these are for those of you that, well, maybe had some experience with programming, or at least familiar enough with computers where you think you can do it, or just want to challenge yourself. In any case, I won't drop you, whether you have experience or not, but I just want you to be forewarned. Okay, in this class, almost everything we're going to do is based on what we do in Xilabs. So when you take a look at Xilabs, you'll see that if you go to assignments, all of the assignments you have in this class are labs and chapter studies. So this week, the first two assignments that you have are Chapter 1, Programming Basics, and Chapter 1, Lab. So when you click on these, the first thing that it's going to ask you to do is sign up for Xilabs. So sign up for Xibooks. You don't go onto Xibooks first. You click on the assignment because it takes you directly to the projects that are linked to my Canvas. When you look at CompSci 1, you're going to pay for this subscription. This will give you all of the content that you need for the book. That is the textbook, the assignment, the labs, all of it. So the labs, we don't have tests in this class because I'm using the labs as kind of a way to test your programming knowledge. I suggest that the first thing you do is to take a look at the chapters and read through them. The chapters within Xibooks are pretty thorough and they contain a lot of information. You can read through and find out some of the terminology in computer science. And then when you get to these things that say participation activity, when you get to the participation activity, these little review questions that are part of it are going to be included in your programming assignment. So you click on whatever the correct answer is. The physical computer and peripheral devices are collectively called, and you click on whatever the answer is. And once you click on that, you'll see this box showing that it's complete. These questions that are participation activity are all found in the reading, and there's different ones for each section. And as you move forward, you're just going to go through each section and do the reading just as if it were the textbook, a physical textbook, and then your assignments are built right into it. So I can tell that you've done the reading because you'll be able to answer these questions. There's a couple of questions for each one of the sections, and there's several sections in each one of the projects. You can see that we have computer labs, programming basics. The labs are going to be a little different. In the labs, you're going to have 3 types of lab activities, which includes many small programs or one large program or some warm-ups. When you get to the labs, there's lab training basics. And so the information about how to do the labs is in this very first lab. By creating this first lab, you're going to start by programming. And then you see that there's 2 different modes here, develop mode and submit mode. Develop mode is as you're working on the code, and then when you're ready to test it, you can run the program and then submit it. The grades that you submit on Xilab will be immediately inputted into Canvas. So every chapter is going to have 1 or 2 chapter study assignments, which basically mean read the textbook and answer the simple questions. And they're also going to have lab associated with that. So do the chapter study assignments first, which are reading and answering questions. And when you're done with those, you can do the lab. Now, the last thing that you'll see that's up here is this group software project discussion. I have not divided you into groups yet. I will talk about that this week, but I want to see who is going to be in the class and who's not. So I need to give it a couple days to see if I'm going to drop or I'm going to add more people. So for the meantime, if you want to take a look at it, it's something that you're going to be working on as a group with whoever I assign you. But at this point, it's not assigned yet, so you can just review that. For each of the chapters that we go through, I've also included some additional information. So on here, this intro to programming section, when you get to intro programming, I just have some videos. I have a PowerPoint about the chapter if that's helpful for you. And then I have some additional information that I think fits with the reading of that chapter. So this is backup and support material, and the links are on that first page to give you additional information to what's in there. For the first week, read through Intro to Programming, CPU and Assembly Language, and then Intro to C++, because all of those are included. Chapter 2 is Fundamental Data Types. Chapter 3 and 4 are Control, Structure, and Flow. Chapter 5 is Functions, and Chapter 6 is Vectors and Arrays. So they kind of go and associated with the chapters, but there are additional information, link, resources that might help you, videos, and anything to make it easier for you to learn computer science. So hope that helps, and send me an email or let me know if you have any questions about this course, about anything on it, about the syllabus, or about anything that I've talked about in this video. I hope it was helpful.